The Diddler. He's back.
He might have never left. I mean, we're just finding out what he is.
Yeah, he can't stop.
Yeah.
Won't stop.
Won't stop. Those things. None of those sayings aged well. Take that. Did not age well.
I just saw a video clip on him. I think he was on like Jimmy Fallon or motherfucking Conan or something. And he was publicly talking about like his parties and shit. And he was like, yeah, it's great, man. You know, what you got to do is first you got to get a bunch of girls to come over to your house, right? And then you got to get a bunch of alcohol. Cause you gotta keep
baby oil.
No, he didn't go that far. He just said you gotta get a bunch of alcohol. You gotta get a bunch of alcohol because you gotta keep them there. And then you gotta have locks on the doors.
Oh shit!
Said that.
Dead ass. And everyone started laughing in the crowd, but like now,
he was just playing.
Now that you think about it, like this motherfucker wasn't playing. He was like, you need alcohol, and you need locks on the motherfucking doors, like.
Yeah, I've been seeing stuff daily about him getting arrested. He has a lot of different charges. He has like sex trafficking and
RICO charge, racketeering.
Yeah.
We did another video on this where we kind of talked about some of his original charges. He's got multiple pending cases, but I don't really know much about what's going on right now. My girl told me about like the baby oil thing because it's like funny, you know, but I don't really know what else.
They're charging him with RICO. You know what RICO charge is?
Yeah, that's racketeering in a criminal organization.
Yeah, right. It's like a affiliation to any kind of like criminal organization.
They got to prove that, you know, there was money that was generated to help support and perpetuate a criminal enterprise
that involves multiple people.
Yeah. So like with that, he could pretty much his personal assistants, his fucking security guards,
all them now can be charged.
They all can be charged, which means that it gives them the incentive to snitch on him.
Yeah.
Further.
Right. So that's what they do with like MCs,
really don't
like they do that with certain motorcycle clubs.
Yeah.
They do it with like even graffiti.
The
groups.
mafia. That's how they came after the mafia.
Oh, for sure.
Those laws were developed for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
once you get RICO, you're
fucked. Yeah, you're fucked. You're federally fucked.
What's that 100%.
from?
Fucking training.
Oh, you're federally fucked now.
Federally fucked. Yeah.
You know, I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake.
Yeah, it's exactly like that. But yeah, I didn't know a whole lot about it. We made the first video. I didn't know a whole lot about it. And
it's not what you know. It's
what
you can prove.
What do you call it? Instinct is to always believe, I don't know. If they're black and they're rich, then they probably didn't do it. But after all this shit came out, man, that motherfucker, he's been doing it for too long. And it's crazy that this happens to all these like rich people as they start aging, like R. Kelly and fucking
My
Diddy.
question is this.
You start getting exposed pretty heavily once.
Like, I agree with the trafficking charges, you know. I don't understand where the racketeering comes in, though. Like, he's made money. He's made money, lots of money through music. So how is throwing the parties and having prostitutes there that I'm assuming he paid
it might have
for?
to do with that.
How is he making money?
It might have to do with
off
networking.
of the freak off shit, though.
Might have to do with networking and fucking throwing parties like that at people's expenses and hiring prostitutes to basically generate more income by getting more clients and getting people involved. And also all that shit with him like having dirt on people via Meek Mill, like boning him on the butt or whatever, and then like basically blackmailing, extorting him afterwards.
Was that did that actually happen?
It's been rumored.
Sure if it actually happened.
It was
it's
rumored.
A rumor. Yeah,
I heard the video. Sam came into my station one day and was just like, "Hey, listen to this."
And it sounds all crazy.
Yeah,
it's rumored.
I mean, I wouldn't really put it past him if that's the case. If he's actually doing shit like that, that's probably where the RICO comes in. Is like, now you're using all this stuff like
to help fucking boost your music.
Sexual blackmail,
your music label.
Maybe it's not even just him. Maybe that's where the racketeering comes in. Maybe he's got a whole crew of dudes that are just in on it, where they're just like blackmailing.
Yeah, and it also might have something to do with exploiting people sexually to get them to sign deals with his record label, and kind of he's mixing that sort of stuff with his business
to blackmail them into doing it.
Yeah,
like that.
So it's quite possible that that's where all the
maybe even blackmailing people with tapes, because you know, if he had cameras in every room and he's got people doing stuff like, all right, well, if you don't want this tape to come out,
and extortion is
give me X amount of money.
As we know, extortion is one of the pillars of organized crime. So I feel like extorting in that way is certainly something that's not beyond the imaginable. You know?
Yeah, I got a homie that works in Hollywood. Like, he does like all stage crew shit. And like for like the last, I don't know, like 5-6 years, he's been like working for Dita Von Teese, the burlesque dancer. I don't know if you guys know who that is.
Familiar, yeah. She used to date Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, so like he does all her stage crew shit. and I guess his company got hired to do like all the lighting at Diddy's house for Diddy parties and shit like that.
Really?
So he's like, the FBI is combing through tapes. They're probably gonna find a picture or a video of my penis in the fucking bathroom because I had to take a piss. I peed on the seat a little bit too.
Oh my
There's
god.
that many cameras in there.
I was like, damn, that's fucking wild, bro.
Bathroom
Yeah.
cameras?
I mean, probably. I mean, I wouldn't put it past
Toilet
Diddy.
cams,
He probably
right.
has a toilet cam to see every girl's fucking vag when they sit down or some shit, dude. Like, I would not put it past him.
1,000 bottles of lube
Freaky
in somebody's
dude,
house.
Yeah.
He's a fan. He's a fan.
Freaky ass
I feel
nigga.
like it's weird to have 1,000. I mean, I have a lot of lube, right? But a lot is what?
Keep 2 bottles in the
You
house.
got like six
one
different
downstairs,
types.
one upstairs. You never know where you're gonna
Exactly.
get it in.
You got like
That's
6
all
different
you
types.
need, though.
You got the little one for travel.
I don't have a little one for travel.
You got one that's the larger silicone one in the shower, just in case you want to do something like that.
You should have a silicone one in
have
the
a silicone
shower.
one
If
in
you
the
like
shower.
shower sex, but I don't like shower sex.
It's not really my thing either, but it's in there.
Just in case.
Just in case, It's weird to get out of the shower when you're all soaking wet, you know what I'm saying, and have to go do that. But
Just dry your meat off.
Once you get past like 10 bottles, then you're being excessive. 1,000.
10 bottles is excessive.
10 bottles is excessive, though.
Yeah.
I feel like
Sorry.
anything more than like 3, it's like, dog, you're over prepared for
Maybe I
this.
got
What
too
is this,
many.
some doomsday shit, dog? Like,
Well, I
what are
just
you
don't like
fucking
We
moving
doing?
will
around.
never run out of
got-
lube.
And this shit's buy 2 get 1 free at Walgreens.
All right, if it's BOGO, that's okay.
yeah, if you're getting Astroglide, it's
But
like,
if
all right,
you
well,
if you
fucking
consciously bought 4 bottles of lube at
Nah,
the
that
store,
doesn't
It
build
better
up
be
over
buy
time.
one, get one half off. If
they
you got
build up
4,
over time, and also you try
Or
different kinds
Costco.
out. You try different kinds out.
Costco lube.
that is the loophole, actually, right there.
So you
That's
try different
Costco.
ones out, you know what I'm saying? You figure out what your favorite brand is or whatever, and then the other ones end up being left over, and you end up with 10 bottles. I mean, it's not that difficult to imagine.
1,000
right?
though, dude.
1,000.
That's a few.
That's
what
a
are you
lot.
doing with that many?
few
That's a
hundred
lot.
too many.
Yeah, this is
That
like-
is fucked up.
That's like the movie Old
it's
School,
like people
where they have
come
the
to-
KY fucking
Yeah.
wrestling match. Like that's what you need shit like that for. Is
Oh,
I
shit,
wouldn't be
actually.
surprised. He
Yeah,
probably
the
was
little
doing
swimming
that
pool.
too.
yeah. He was probably doing shit like
He was
that.
probably doing that too, low key.
Yeah.
I bet you it was like, as soon as he come in, he's like, all right, I'm gonna collect everybody's cell phone. You take a bottle of lube when you walk in the door.
Check under your seats. Check under your seats.
You get a bottle of lube. You get a bottle of lube. Everybody get butt naked right now. Put the whole bottle of lube on you right now.
Yeah, he probably has a whole ass swimming pool, not even like a kiddie pool. He's just like,
A swimming
wrestling
pool full of
time.
lube.
Probably got a fucking octagon just full of lube.
But considering how much of a monster he's been exposed to be, like, does he even use lube that often? Like,
You think he's just like
he's
fucking
just running
going
in raw, just
running
tearing
in
shit up.
dry?
Yeah, what the fuck? That's why Meek was making all them noises in that audio clip.
Damn,
He's
for
like,
real.
he's like, you gonna feel this.
Yeah, Diddy he's out of control. But it looks like he's going to jail. He tried to post I read some shit on like Puberty or something a little while ago where he was trying to post a $50 million bail and say that he was going to stay on house arrest at his place in Miami and not have anybody come through except for family members, babies' mamas, and like cleaning staff and shit like that. And they refused him. They were like, nah.
Yeah, you're too much of a flight rich. You got too much fucking money. You're too connected.
Too much money, too many resources. $50 million is not enough. So they must have quite a bit of evidence on him if that's the case.
Dude, I mean, like, federal
No pun
cases
intended.
are fucking crazy, dude. I believe the statistics are like 90% of people who get federally indicted plea out because they know they're going to be fucked if they don't plea guilty for a deal. And then of the 10% that don't, I think 9 out of 10 of those get convicted.
Damn.
So you're fucked.
I mean, that
You're
sounds like state,
fucked.
too. State is pretty much the same. Ain't nobody really getting off on nothing. Most people take plea bargains, and anybody that goes to trial, I think in Arizona, it's like a 98% loss rate at trial.
Yeah, like the
So,
federal
This
government.
has obviously been
They
a
put the dick
long
all the
time
way up
coming,
his
though.
ass.
Like, everyone's kind of said, just publicly, too, like, on videos, people have hinted at Diddy just being on some weird shit for fucking decades now. And, I mean, all of his affiliations, just with all this, like, weird kind of stuff, like, it has to catch up with you someday. It's like, dude, you can't just fucking get away with this stuff for, like, years and years and just brush it under the
Yeah,
rug.
and
Like,
he
they're
probably
gonna
killed
come after
Biggie,
you.
too. He probably killed Biggie.
You think? not even
I saw
Pac?
some
You think
shit about that.
I wouldn't be
Biggie?
surprised, honestly.
He's always been prime suspect.
Because
like,
I
one
feel
of the
like
top.
I think Biggie was overshadowing his fame, and he was like, "Nah, I can't have
Well,
that."
what I had seen was a documentary about Biggie. I can't remember what network it was on, but Diddy was on there giving some interviews and shit, and I was surprised that he even like had the audacity to say something like this on camera. But he said that Biggie had approached him like 3 to 6 months. Don't quote me on it, but it was like 3 to 6 months before Biggie had been murdered, and he told Diddy that he was thinking about starting his own record label, and that's a huge motivation for Diddy to be like, you know what, if I'm not going to get any more of his masters, then let me just go ahead and have this fool killed, make him a martyr.
And then I control his masters,
And then I control his
bad boys
masters.
for life.
Yep, and he's bad boy for life.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a very high possibility that he had something to do with Biggie's murder as well, especially in hindsight, considering what kind of person he is and what he's been, what has come to light.
True.
I think so.
I wouldn't put it past him either.
Pretty sad.
He's
right.
always been prime
Now
suspect.
let's play a little devil's advocate here.
Okay. Which we know
I
you
like
love.
that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
So, do you think, on any level, some of this shit can be falsified? Is some of it a witch hunt?
Possibly. It
He
could
may
be.
have dirt
Maybe-
on
I was
politicians
about to
or
say he might
other
have political
famous
enemies.
people
Yeah, he might have famous enemies,
who
political
have been to the
enemies.
Diddy party, who he has on tape, who don't want this getting out. Almost like some Epstein
Well,
type
they
shit.
did put him on suicide watch.
Like Epstein.
Like Epstein. And if he comes up, you know, hanging from
Mysteriously.
a bedsheet, then it's quite possible it could
And
be
the
the same type of
cameras
thing.
are off like they
Maybe
did
he's
with
the patsy.
Epstein.
Maybe
Right.
he's the fall guy. That's quite possible.
I'm just saying.
But I don't know. Like I said before when we were talking about this, I've seen Diddy talking like on his Instagram and shit. He just seems like a straight up narcissist fucking piece of shit.
I'm not saying he's not a monster. I 100% think he's a fucking piece of shit.
And he
But
did
I'm
beat the
also
fuck out of
saying,
Cassie.
That could also be a factor. I could see that. I
I'm
could see
just
that, for
saying
sure.
maybe
It
he
could be
may
blood
have
in the
something else
water.
like that too.
Yeah, it could be blood in the water, and let's go ahead and
let's
make sure
use
he takes
this.
use this to make sure he takes the fall. Then let's get
and
rid
get
of him.
rid of him.
Yeah, that could be possible too. That's
Because if he's been throwing these Diddy parties for like 2 decades, and he's been filming it for 2 decades,
and he's been all legit about the NDAs.
Yeah. I mean,
who's been at the party?
No, for real.
Tons
That's
of
a good.
people.
That's a really good point.
dude, I
actually.
saw like, what is
And
it?
if
like
people
photos
thought they
from, like,
were
way
safe
back in the day
Yeah.
at Diddy
doing
parties.
things at his house before they knew he had cameras.
Dude, there's like a photo of like child fucking Leonardo DiCaprio. Like
At the
not
Diddy
child,
party?
but I just mean like he,
I heard
he was
Bieber
probably
like
said
like
some
basketball
shit about
diaries,
him, too.
like
Bieber.
basketball diaries, Leo.
Yeah, dude.
At
like,
the Diddy
like
party.
not Gilbert Grape, but yeah, like
Not
Basketball
Gilbert
Diaries. Fucking like David Blaine and like I think it was like Chevy Chase or something.
All at the
Like,
Diddy party.
Dude, this was a long time ago.
This is what I'm talking about.
Now this shit's surfacing. And then that doesn't mean anything, by the way, to any of those people. I'm just saying that was a long time ago. He's had tons of parties, tons of celebrities. Like
Before it was
political
like
figures,
known to
like-
be weird and like
yeah,
wrong. That's what I'm saying. Like,
probably. Yeah, it was a different
who knows
probably
what?
type of culture.
And even
back
if they
then.
didn't do any freaky shit, who knows what information they divulged
right
when they were fucked up?
this could potentially just
Things
open up a
like
whole
that.
fucking can of worms.
I'm just
I think
saying.
Diddy probably has, footage and like all kinds of like incriminating stuff on all kinds of people.
Maybe that's how he's lasted so long.
We'll see if this,
Or
exactly.
maybe
dude.
all them little, what do you call it, IOUs or little what do you call it, get out of jail free cards. Maybe those
They're
have
all
ran
used
out.
up, yeah.
They're all used up, and he
That's
ain't
what I'm
got
thinking.
friends that are powerful enough to keep him out anymore. Or maybe he has friends that are so powerful that they're like, you know what? Everybody's getting exposed, and it's my time to go ahead and start cleaning up,
Maybe.
tying off some loose
I don't know,
ends.
But
it's
he
probably
also-
within their
Diddy
best
might be a
interest
loose
to
end.
just be like, dude, you're done. Like,
His legal
you're
team-
finished.
Diddy might be a loose end.
His legal team has known these indictments have been coming since they raided his house, though. So it also makes me think, like, how prepared is he for this? Like, has he shook hands with the right people from March till now in order to, like, facilitate, a lesser sentence or, jump through one last loophole?
You would think
Prepared?
that he would try.
1,000
but-
bottles of lube? How do you even store that?
Yeah, dude.
Where you?
That's a whole room.
What? Yeah,
That's a
exactly.
lube
What does that
room.
even look
Go
like?
to
Dude,
the
like,
lube room.
What is that?
the loop.
What has he got, like, you know
It's all
those bottles they use
displays.
for cooking? I got some downstairs where, like, you keep olive oil, you flip a little thing, and you, like, drizzle olive oil. Does he have those like all over the fucking house?
The little drizzle tips.
The little drizzle tip.
You ever go to those like fancy steakhouses
but
where
it's just
like
Ultra.
you ever go to like a fancy steakhouse and it's just a wine,
it wouldn't flow
it's
out of there.
a wine cellar that's just like clear and they're all just like rotating wine bottles. That's probably how he has all of his lube displayed.
Yeah, I'm starting to think of it like this. Maybe he only has 10 types of lube, but he wants 100 bottles of each kind.
Maybe he's a connoisseur.
I read
you know?
the comments on that post where it talked about 1,000 bottles of lube, and somebody on there said, if you got more than one bottle of baby oil, something's wrong with you unless you got babies.
I got babies, and like we only have like 3 bottles.
It don't run out fast.
Yeah, dude.
It
you don't use that
long.
shit all
I
the
got
fucking
one
time.
bottle of lube that's lasted this whole year, and it's like maybe not even a fourth gone.
Them is rookie numbers.
Yeah, so
I just use
nowhere near
coconut
Diddy,
oil, to
though.
be honest. I just use like
Coconut oil works.
fucking
Yeah.
you put that during
yeah.
sex, coconut oil.
That's
hell
bomb,
yeah.
dude. Yeah.
I know I've tried it. I'm just saying,
You can, like
but,
massage with it. Like it's just
You can do a lot of stuff with it.
definitely
It's
use it for sex.
antimicrobial,
just slip right in
antifungal.
there, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Coconut oil is good.
yeah.
It's a little weird because it's thick, trying to get it out the jar and shit. But
I put it on my
Nah,
body.
yeah.
I
You
got
gotta do a
coconut
little-
oil on right now.
you gotta fucking.
It like melts in pretty good. It's like
Emulsify
butter
it.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like your
It's
body
my,
heat will.
It's my
will
post
melt it.
shower oil, you know.
Yeah.
Rub it on my balls makes it smell nice.
There you go. Yeah.
I put it all over my
Some
body.
cocoa butter. Rub it on my balls.
I'm serious. Shit. Next time you get out the shower. Yo, next time you get ready to get it. Next time you're ready to get it in with your fucking girl,
Smooth
right?
as eggs.
And you take a shower beforehand, put some coconut oil on your balls. And when she fucking goes down on you, she will appreciate it. I
No, she
guarantee
won't, dude. It does not taste good. Like you don't want to fucking.
I think it does.
Smell like coconut,
doesn't.
and it has
I
a
don't think it
mild
does.
coconut taste.
I
Yeah, I
like
think it's
coconut
fine.
water, but not like coconut oil. Like
Coconut
I cook with
water's
it.
nasty.
All right. Well, I'll say this in my personal
come on.
experience.
It's fucking disgusting.
Check it out.
Coconut water's fucking bomb.
Here's,
Oh my God,
you're
no.
not a girl though. In my personal experience, when I've gotten, my willy waxed
That's a good way to put it.
with coconut oil on it, they're like, this tastes good.
For real?
Yes.
I don't think so, man. Maybe it's
It's like
'cause,
mild flavoring,
I guess, yeah. Throw some fucking
Little
seasoning on
coconut flavored penis,
there. Coconut flavored penis.
Yeah.
Throw some cocoa flakes on there or some shit.
Or anything else on Diddler though? You guys got anything else to contribute?
I don't think so. I think he's fucked.
Yeah, I think he's totally.
yeah,
he's
he's-
federally
he's
fucked.
done.
Yeah, he's
dude.
federally fucked.
He's done.
He'll
So
have a good
long.
time in prison though.
Oh yeah, I mean,
He'll probably get Epstein. He'll probably get
100%.
fucking.
I honestly
turn the
think they're
cameras
gonna try
off.
and murder him though. I think he's
prison?
gonna mysteriously commit suicide and the camera's gonna get turned off again.
Either that or he's gonna fucking. There's gonna be some Deus Ex Machina where the glove doesn't fit and he's gonna get off because he fucking
That
pulled the
part,
right
too.
string. So
Dang.
it
Or
could
he
be
pulls some string and
either
get the
one.
fuck
Either
off.
he's fucking dead or he's facing life in prison.
That's
For the
crazy.
charges he has, he's facing life in prison. So for him, this is do or die. He's either gonna fucking end up in a cell hanging from a fucking bed sheet, or he's gonna fucking spend the rest of his life up in there, or he's gonna fucking get off scot free.
Yeah, legal experts are saying like if he does not testify at this trial, he has 0 chance. He has to testify at his own
Really?
trial. Talk about the parties.
Oh, that's gonna
You
be
know
like some
everyone's
Amber
gonna see
Heard, Johnny
that,
Depp
dude.
shit. Everybody's gonna be watching
Everyone's
that. It's
gonna
gonna
be
be like the OJ trial.
Yeah.
Is this case? I don't think this case is publicly. You can view it publicly,
I think every case is public. You're allowed
where
to.
you can watch the tapes.
How was that a thing with
some
the Amber
cases are
Heard
closed.
Johnny Depp thing? Like that was streamed like all over.
That's a defamation lawsuit, so it's civil rather than criminal. I think with criminal, all the records for it are public, but
They're not gonna put it on
I
the
don't
news,
think they
though.
can film it. That's why you see drawings of like
Yeah,
court
that's what I'm
cases
saying. They're not
instead.
going to film it.
So
That's what
they
I
might
meant.
not film it, but people are going
You
to.
can read the case. Though.
They're definitely going to
Right.
be keeping up on it. It's gonna be a big nationwide
Sometimes
thing.
they film the sentencing though. That sometimes you see clips of that, like actual courtroom footage.
The
I have seen
YSL
that.
being
case.
sentences.
The YSL case, they're doing a RICO case on Young Thug. You can watch that one. So, like, I'm curious as to why some you can watch. And some
I'm not
you
sure,
can't.
honestly, what the difference is between being allowed to and not being allowed to. It might depend on whether it's state or federal. If it's state, it might depend on those specific laws in that state, and they might differ from, from federal laws. And even, like, with regards to different municipalities, it might differ as well. But I've never seen a camera when I was in court in Arizona. There was never been a camera in the courts.
Yeah, like you think that would kind of taint the jury a little bit,
Especially if it's happening in real time, yeah.
To know if they were on
Exactly.
camera.
But a lot of times
they
I
have to
think
tell
they keep
them.
them separated sometimes.
No,
the jury.
What if it's multiple days? What if it's weeks of this trial, and then that jury goes home, and the judge tells them every day, like, okay, don't look at your social media, don't like interact with people and talk about the case. And it's
I don't know this for sure, but I think that when it comes to high profile cases, I think they might actually
gag order it or something, or
they have to either sign documentation that says they're not going to do anything like that, or they might even like house them and keep them like in a hotel with a per diem and all kinds of shit.
Yeah,
and it's like, this is what you're doing.
Stuff like this.
It's possible. I'm not sure
because they got to keep away from the media.
They just grab them and they're like, here, give us your phones. Like Diddy. Give us your phones.
The tables have turned.
You're going to sleep in this room.
Yeah.
And we got locks on the door.
In case you get lonely. If you need company, you let us know.
We'll bring him in.
What a dichotomy.
Get to know firsthand. In an unbiased way.
Nicole's face is hilarious.
All right, wrap it up.
Yeah.